everyone and welcome to a new video of mine. Today I am in Disneyland Paris, just outside Walt Disney Studios, because today is actually Disney Plus Day, and apparently Walt Disney Studios is celebrating this day in a special way. There's going to be like rare characters to meet, some new snacks to try, and I think at the end of the day there's going to be like a projection show on Tower of Terror as well, which I'm very excited about because I haven't seen anything like that in a while since the pandemic started. So yeah, let's go into the park and have a look at everything. It's just gone 1 p.m. and already some people are leaving Walt Disney Studios Park, but there are loads of people going in as well. The area for annual passes over there, Lord have mercy, that area looks really busy. Not quite sure why. Not much of a queue to go into the parks though, which I'm appreciative of. So, just arrived here. I think they're giving out some pins over here. So I'm gonna go and check them out, see what's going on. Bonjour. Pins offerts par Disney. Ah, parfait. Vous pouvez en prendre autant que vous voulez. Ah, merci. Je peux avoir... Oh, merci beaucoup. Merci. Oh, I picked up a few. The cast member said you can take as many as you want, and she gave me like a lot. So maybe I can give one of these as a giveaway, or some of these, not just one, obviously. I've got loads. This is what they look like, by the way. It just says Disney Plus on them, and the date, 12th of November 2021, which is today. You don't need to do anything if you want these. Just leave a comment down below, and if you're in the UK, because obviously I live in the UK, it's the easiest for me. If you're in the UK, I'll just send them to you. I've got loads, as you saw, probably about 10, I want to say. So just leave a comment if you fancy one of these. I'll also like write a little card with it as well, because I don't want to just send you a button. But yeah, might be something cute to have. Meanwhile, I decided to put mine on. Why not? I love Disney Plus. I've been using Disney Plus since it came out in the UK, which was around March of 2020 now. So close to 2 years, I would say, and a year and a half right now. Anyway, we are now going through Studio One. Oh, and I can already see Pluto and Mickey. Oh, I did not expect that. Not at this time of day. It's about 20 minutes past 1 in the afternoon. Oh, there's a long queue as well, because apparently this restaurant over here, Enquiries, which is actually one of my least favorite quick service restaurants in the whole of Disneyland Paris, but apparently they're doing a special menu today. So maybe we'll try it out later on. I'm not going to be queuing that longer. But yeah, there you go. There's Mickey and Pluto. And they both look handsome, very blue. Apparently that's the theming for today. Well, Mickey and Pluto are both very cute. I loved Mickey's outfit, and Pluto had a cute like blue collar around his neck as well. Love it. I love blue. I'm blue and matching with them. Completely irrelevant of Disney Plus Day. Look at the Christmas decorations that they've put up for the festive season here at Walt Disney Studios. I love it. All the little stars have appeared around Walt and Mickey. It's really nice to see, actually. I'm looking forward to going to the other park later on. That's going to be a separate video, and I'll show all the Christmas decorations in the main park to you as well. Now, over there, oh, it seems to be a queue, a bit of a queue. And obviously that's where the Monsters Inc. stuff is. I'm really curious to see which characters are out. Okay, well it looks like it's just Solly at the moment, but I did just ask a cast member, and they said other characters might come, but there's no timetable. They can come and go, they might not stay for too long, and the queue is quite long, so I don't know. I'll check back later on. Lord have legit mercy. I have not seen the queue for Crush this long since pre-pandemic times. I know that there was a rule change or law change recently in France where you no longer need to do social distancing. So masks are still required, obviously, but as you can see, yeah, there's no physical distancing anymore in the queues, because that's what the country has said. So the queues are back to normal. So maybe that's why it looks very long. Crush just went past. Right, I have just joined a queue to meet a Pixar character. It could be anyone. At the moment, it's Russell from Up. But I don't think I'm going to get to him, to be fair, because I think the queue that I'm in, I don't know if you can see, is all the way down there. I would say it's at least a half an hour queue, 25 minutes. I don't mind. I would actually prefer not to meet Russell, no offense to him. If you ever watch this, Russell, if I do get to meet you, I'll be nice to you. I like you. It's just I would prefer to meet somebody else. I think Joy and Sadness were here earlier, so it'd be nice to see them. But yeah, I'm just excited to meet any Pixar character. I love Pixar, and also apparently Photo Pass today is free, so that's a bonus too. Oh, and I've just noticed Bo Peep is over there, so by queuing you get to meet 2 characters, potentially even 3 if Joy and Sadness come out. So Doug's just at the end of this, and then you get to go to the other part and meet whoever's there. I'm very excited. Hi. Hello. Doug, how are you? Sorry, Russell. How are you doing? Love your dance moves. Very, very, the badge, everything. You've done really well. Aw, nice to see you in Disneyland Paris. Hello, bonjour, how are you? Bo Peep, lovely to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. How are you? How's Woody doing? Woody's good, yeah? Well, lovely to see you here. So I got to meet Russell, not Doug. I feel like that was just karma for me because earlier I said I would rather not meet Russell, and then I ended up awkwardly, you hopefully would have seen it in the vlog, awkwardly calling him Doug initially. I have no idea why. I think it's because normally when I meet Russell, he is with Doug, and I wish Doug was there with him. It would have been nice. I don't think I've ever seen Doug actually in Disneyland Paris at all, but yeah, met him. Also saw Bo Peep as well. That was cute. Yeah, got photos as well, which you would have seen. But I think at the moment I want to, well, I'm in Ratatouille Land. So exciting because they've Christmasified it. I'm just really happy to see the Christmas season actually in Disneyland Paris again for the first time in 2 years. Last time they did this would have been 2019. Obviously they couldn't do this last year because they had to close. And it's beautiful. They've got all these chalets up as well. I think for l'hiver gourmand, I think it's going to be opening tomorrow. So they're closed today. The first day of the Christmas season officially starts tomorrow, the 13th of November. So definitely make sure you subscribe to my channel because I will be making a whole video trying out some of the snacks from these little chalets as well.
I've taken a little break at the Laugh and Go Kart on the way to one of my least favourite attractions here in Walt Disney Studios, the new Cars ride. I'm joking, it's not that bad actually. But yeah, I got myself a hot chocolate, one of my favourite snacks to get. The queue was long though, just to get the hot chocolate, and I got a bottle of water as well. I was in the queue for about 15-20 minutes. It's a busy day in the parks. It's a Friday, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I walked past Ratatouille as well, and that had a 45-minute queue. I haven't seen it that long since it reopened the park. Anyway, I wanted to give a quick shout out to one of my viewers, Abby, who spotted me when we were in the queue for what's his name again? Lord have mercy, Russell and Bo Peep. She came and said hi to me. We had a quick chat. It was lovely to meet her, and Buzz as well. Mini Buzz was with her as well. Shout out to you as well. I forgot to ask Buzz's name, but yeah, shout out to both of you. It was lovely to meet you. She said they'd been there from the beginning of the park opening, and they'd met loads of characters, so well done to them because I've only met Russell and Bo Peep so far. I am going to go back to see if Solly has changed to somebody else perhaps, and if his queue's not too long, I might wait for him, whoever's there, instead of him. Listen, I know so many of you probably watched that last clip wanting to let me know that I've got something on my nose. I've realised it now. This is the problem with solo travelling, there's no one here to let me know about that, but I just had a cupcake as well. That's half of it, I guess, that's left. So that's what it was. What you saw on my nose was the little cream cheese on top of the cupcake, and if you want to see me eat that cupcake, there will be a whole snacks video coming up very, very soon. I'm really excited to share that with you. Actually, I've been filming it over the past, like, I want to say 4 trips that I've been here, 3-4 trips that I've come, so it's going to be a long one, so watch out for that. But yeah, sods about the nose thing. Lord have mercy, why am I such an embarrassment? So I've come back to where Solly was meeting, and it looks like it's still just Solly, and the line is quite long. I believe Boo does join him from time to time, and if I end up seeing Boo, because I've never met Boo, I'd love to meet her. If I end up seeing her, I'll join the queue, but even then it won't be a guarantee because they might swap, she might go away by the time I get to them. But I thought for the time being, there's loads of magic shots everywhere in the Walt Disney Studios today, and I think it's because they are giving the photo pass for free, so any photos that these professional photographers take of you today, you can download for free, which I think is a great thing to add to Disney Plus Day. I'm very, very happy, especially because my photo pass actually expired, I want to say last month, so I don't have a photo pass at the moment. So it'd be nice to get some free shots, so yeah, let's do it. So I just did that. It was fun. There was a bit of a queue actually to get to my photo, and just like a few steps right next to it there's another photo pass magic shot, and I'm curious to see which. Oh, this is Olaf, I believe. They do show them here, so this should be fun. Let's do this now. You know what, seeing as Boo is still not out, it's still just Solly over there, and all the rides have very, very long queues at the moment. I think I'm just going to go on a little hunt and see if there are any more magic shots today, like specifically for today, for Disney Plus Day. Oh, Lord have mercy. On my way to finding more magic shots, I've just spotted, oh, Joy and Sadness and Woody. This is
is like the best case scenario. And Jessie, not a big fan of her, not gonna lie, but the rest, the queue though, let's go enjoy it. So, the queue starts here. Earlier when I joined the queue to meet Russell and Bo Peep, I was there, and that's when I started, and it took about 20 minutes. So this is probably gonna be like a 40-minute queue. I'm not sure if we're gonna make it to Joy and Sadness, but I have nothing else to do, so why not? The absolute worst case scenario, and if this happens, I'm just gonna have to lol about it, is if by the time it gets to my turn, it's gonna be back to Russell. That's gonna be so awkward. So, hello dog, that's my old friend. They all left. It's been about half an hour. I would say to the dot actually. They came out at 3:30. They've all just left. I am gutted because I feel like in about 10 minutes time it's gonna be my turn, and I have no idea who it's gonna be now. So Buzz has just come out. I'm guessing he's here to replace Woody and Jessie, which is fine. I'm very curious to see who's going to be. Oh, Buzz is playing this. He keeps hiding and seeking and coming out. I'm really curious to see who's going to. People are clapping for Buzz. I mean, fair play. He's a good. He's loving it. He's loving it. Oh wow. Okay. So Jessie, Bo Peep, and Buzz have come out. I'm actually gutted. Momentarily, I got excited, but this is actually so sad. Is it just going to be these three? I met Bo Peep earlier. I mean, why? I even put my lipstick on because I thought I was going to meet Joy and Sadness. They are all having a great time though. I think they're trying to make up for the fact that some people probably are upset that Joy and Sadness left. So they're just having a dance. I find it really odd seeing Bo Peep and Jessie together. Like, they're not really a pair that I would put next to each other at all. Hi Jessie, hi Bo Peep. Nice to see you both. Girl power behind me, I love it. Love your dance moves as well. Your dance moves were amazing. So good. Love it. Hi Buzz, how's life? Good to see you. To infinity and beyond. Woo! Not gonna lie, that was quite awkward. Bo Peep couldn't hear me, which is understandable because there's music playing and you can't get too close to them. So I don't think she heard what I said. I didn't really speak much to them anyway. But I was just generally quite disappointed as it was because of the fact that I didn't get to meet Sad and join us. Who says it that way? Sad and join us? What? Joy and Sadness. And with Buzz, I was just like, you know, to infinity and beyond. What else? I've met Buzz so many times. No offense to the guy, I love Buzz, but even if it was Woody, I would have preferred that, you know? Oh well, this is one thing I don't like about Disneyland Paris is that, you know, when they do these like rare meet and greets, they can never guarantee who you see, so they swap every, half an hour or every hour. If I joined that queue 10 minutes earlier, I would have been able to meet Joy and Sadness, but I didn't know because 10 minutes earlier it was Russell still, so why would I have joined, you know what I mean? And cast members can't tell you either because I don't think even they know, to be fair. So it's one of those, I'm not gonna make it. I feel like their queue is gonna be insanely long. Oh my god! It all happened so fast, I didn't even get to show you, but basically I managed to catch a quick glimpse of George Sanderson and Needleman, the kind of rare monsters from Monsters Inc. You very rarely see them. They've just gone back in. The queue for them is closed. It's not a long queue anyway. They're not even sure if they'll come back out. A lovely cast member spoke to me and said, I'm really sorry, like, we don't even know what's happening. And like, as much as I love Disneyland Paris, and I do, Disneyland Paris is my favorite theme park in the world, but I do think things like these, like meet and greets, I'm gonna sit down for a bit, can be organized a bit better because even cast members are stressed because like, yeah, guests would ask cast members questions about what character's coming out, how long are they gonna be out for, I literally asked the cast member that I spoke to, lovely guy, I was like, what should I do? I don't know what to do, and he was like, if you want to meet Solly but obviously without Boo, you can join that queue. Otherwise, I don't know. Like, he literally was like, we don't really know anything. So I just left. It's annoying, but I did see them, so that was cool. But I have to be honest, I'm quite disappointed in how they've handled that. I think doing something like this, something cool like this, you know, celebrating Disney Plus Day in Disney Studios is a great thing to do. Obviously, it's a free thing. It's not like a ticketed or anything. I didn't have to pay extra. Anyone who had tickets to the parks could come and experience these rare characters today, or the magic shots. But what's the point if you like can't even meet the characters that you want. There were only a couple of rare characters out anyway. Those monsters were probably the rarest ones, George Sanderson and stuff, and Boo. And not many people would care about them. Some people might only want to meet Sully anyway. So why not just... I think it might be a space issue. I don't know, like Disneyland Paris maybe doesn't have enough space to have both of them out at the same time. I just don't know. I feel like they could easily give timings out. There was a couple in front of me, a French couple in front of me for Joy and Sadness as well, who obviously didn't get to meet them either, and the girl was so disappointed. I was just overhearing their conversation, and obviously she still went ahead and met Buzz and Jessie and what's her name, Bo Peep, but I just, why? You know, these are little moments that you can, Disneyland Paris, as a company, as a team, can definitely avoid these moments of disappointment if they just give a timetable, if they let people know what characters will be out when. Like, even cast members don't know. It's stressful. Anyway, sorry about this rant. On a more positive note, I don't even know if there is one right now. I might go and see if there's more magic shots, or I might go and eat something. I'm quite hungry, but I feel like the queue's going to be quite long for that Enquiries special thing as well. And I don't even like that restaurant, but I want to know what's happening there. The music's nice. Okay, that's a positive thing. Da, 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 da. It's just around the river bend, by the way, if you couldn't tell. So for the past hour, I've been in this queue again, because I'm determined to meet Joy and Sadness, and so are loads of other people behind me. And there was this really awkward moment just now where a lot of people are just letting people go in front of them, because apparently Joy and Sadness are meant to come out in about 5-10 minutes now. I've been here for the past 45 minutes. And yeah, loads of people want to just wait for Joy and Sadness, and Russell just like was standing by himself and nobody wanted to meet him, and I genuinely wanted the ground to swallow me. How awkward for the guy. Like, it's not his fault either, it's no one's fault, it's because of the organization. Like, most people have already met him. It's not that people don't want to meet him. I met him earlier, so why would I meet him again? Oh, it was just a very awkward and sad moment. Poor Russell. But I'm excited for Joy and Sadness. Met Joy and Sadness. What an hour and a half, more or less. This is Benji.
Hi everyone.
He experienced this journey with me in the past hour, but you've met all the characters today, haven't you?
Yeah, I did. It was kind of great actually, but a bit messy. The organization was a bit messy.
Yeah.
I like those kind of events, but organize them a bit better.
Yeah, because the way you met all of them was to spend basically most of your day.
Yeah, I met some people, and you know, I joined them in the queue, and they joined me, and it was really messy. And if I hadn't met them, I wouldn't have met the characters.
But you met them, and we just met Joy and Sadness as well, so I'm happy. Thank you so much as well, because you made the past hour go better. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go and get something to eat now, because I am quite hungry. Right, so just coming to Studio One again, because I want to go to Enquiries to get some food. But this is the blue carpet that I totally missed earlier because it was so crowded. Disney Plus Day, you might be able to see it better from this angle here. And so yeah, we walked the blue carpet earlier, and we're doing it again now without even realising it. A mayonnaise, beaucoup de mayonnaise s'il vous plaît. Merci. So sadly, they did say they have run out of the special dessert that they have for Disney Plus Day. That's why it's not as busy now, actually, because you only had to wait like 2 minutes to get here, which is fine. I need some food. That's my dessert. It looks like a cool dessert, so I'm excited for it. You know what? I just checked with the cast members as I'm waiting for my food what the dessert was, the Disney Plus dessert that I obviously they've now sold out of, and they said it's got some strawberries in it. Basically, it was like some white chocolate, some strawberries. I'll see if I can put a picture of it here, but I don't like strawberries, so maybe in hindsight it's a good thing that I didn't get to get that dessert. So this is a closer look at the lovely dessert that we've got. This is a new Christmas dessert, I believe. Just like Minnie's cadeau, so Minnie's present. Some French fries, loads of mayonnaise, obviously, And then I went for menu 3, which is just a regular cheeseburger. I don't know, hopefully I'll enjoy it. I'm not the biggest fan of this particular quick service, but yeah, I'm excited to try. I have finished my food, everything. Yeah, it was, the burger was, I mean the whole meal was very average. I knew it was going to be anyway. Enquiries restaurant, as I said, definitely not a restaurant that I rate here in Disneyland Paris at all. It's just very, very basic standard food. The burger was okay. I would say probably my least favorite burger I've ever had in Disneyland Paris. I mean, I'm sure I've had worse ones in many previous years, but yeah, just not a very good burger. Even the burger at Cafe Hyperion in Disneyland Park, which Cafe Hyperion is also one of my least favorite restaurants here, but even the burger there I will say is better than the one here. It was just alright. Don't get me wrong, it did the job, but if you take one thing from my videos, if you're subscribed, don't come to Enquiries restaurant. Unfortunately, a lot of people do, and like it's always busy, and the reason for that is because it's the main restaurant here, the main quick service in Disney Studios, especially right now because so many other parts of the studios are closed. There's not a lot of other food options, so a lot of people just end up here. But I would say if you can, honestly, even if you just go to Disney Village and get something there, it's worth it more. It's better value for money, I would say, like Earl of Sandwich or something. Anyway, I don't want to complain for no reason. It's just the food wasn't very good. But the dessert, however, that mini cadeau, the mini present, was delicious. I really enjoyed that. It was like a chocolate mousse, very nicely presented. Loved the way it looked, and it tasted nice. And so I can't complain about that. I would actually have that again. So very cute new snack dessert that they've added to Disneyland Paris for the Christmas season. I have to say the restaurant does look quite cute though, especially for Christmas time with the new decorations that they put up everywhere. The stars and the baubles. It's cute. It's a cute place, and it's a very big area as well. It's just the food's very average. Also, look at how cute all the stars look now at this time of evening. It's about 20 minutes to 6 p.m. Park closes in about 45 minutes or so. But I love the twinkling stars. Blue and gold. Very sweet. Tower of Terror looking awesome here as well. And I think there's going to be a projection show somewhere. So we're going to go and join the crowds. So you watched basically 90% of the Tower of Terror projection show because it was very short and it ended very randomly and nobody clapped and everyone was very confused and people are still like there crowded not knowing if it's finished or not because that was not a grand finale. That was just very weird. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm happy. The Tower of Terror looks amazing. It's lovely to see it this way. There were a couple of fireworks, got us excited. It started strongly, but this is I can't do what? Maybe ooh?
No, it's a trailer. It's a trailer.
We got excited because it's the trailer now. Well, probably like, I don't know, Disney. Oh, Home Alone. Christmas is coming. Disney Plus Day is finished. Wow, that was really awkward. Very awkward.
Maman, Papa,
mercy, what is this Disneyland Paris? So, we are gonna leave. Some people are leaving, some people are waiting. Everyone's very confused because that was literally nothing. That was like 2 minutes, if that. And now they're just showing us trailers. I think we're just gonna go because the park is meant to close at 6:30. I doubt they're gonna do anything else. Like, this is so funny. People probably waited, you know. Did you enjoy that?
It was weird, the weirdest experience in a Disney park ever. I don't know what to think about it.
Did you enjoy the 4 fireworks?
Well, it sure did not cost them much money, but
Lord have mercy, right. So, yeah, people are confused, and so am I. But I'm trying to just laugh at the situation because it is funny. To try and end this very bizarre evening, at least we can wave goodbye to Chip and Dale up there. That's kind of cute. So, that was my day at Walt Disney Studios for Disney Plus Day. Lord have mercy. I'm going to talk a little bit more about it when I get to my hotel room, but this is Walt Disney Studios. It's been a day. I'll see you when I get to my room. So, I am back in my hotel room. It's actually only about 7:30 p.m, so Friday night in for me in Disneyland Paris. I might actually go down and get some food in a couple of hours, maybe in an hour or so, because I just really wasn't satisfied with the food that I had at Enquiries in Studio 1 in Walt Disney Studios. I mean, it just makes me sad when I spend money. This is the thing. And if you haven't watched my 12 mistakes not to make at Disneyland Paris, I just made that mistake today. Basically, one of the mistakes not to make is to not just go and eat at the quickest place that you can find, like the first place that you see, because you might get disappointed. And I did that today. But the main reason I did that was because I wanted to get that dessert, the special Disney Plus dessert. Otherwise, I wouldn't have even gone to Uncle Lee's, and I would have maybe planned my meals a bit better. But obviously I wanted to see what the dessert was like, so that's why I waited a bit longer as well, because I was hoping that the crowds would then be a bit lower, because you saw how long the queue was earlier for that restaurant, and so I waited a bit, and then unfortunately by the time I decided to go there, they ran out of that dessert, which is very typical of Disneyland Paris actually. So I should have known better. But obviously by that point I was quite hungry, and there's not a lot of other places to eat at Walt Disney Studios, so I just ended up eating there. And I'm just regretting it. I really am. Honestly, I would never choose to eat there. Right, enough about that. Let's talk about actual Disney Plus Day at Walt Disney Studios, because, it wasn't all bad. You might, be thinking differently, because I did rant quite a bit throughout this video, but that's just because I want to be honest. Whenever I do rant, it's not me being negative, it's just me being honest, because I want to tell you how it is. Like, I want to share my real feelings and thoughts about things that I experience in Disney parks. And yeah, there were times that I was annoyed, and there were things that I think they could have done better, but overall it wasn't bad. Like, they did have some cool rare characters out, rare for Disneyland Paris. I mean, don't get me wrong, like George Sanderson from Monsters Inc., he's a full-on rare character, I would say, like worldwide rare Disney character, and I really wish I could have met him. Obviously I didn't, I saw him though. But some other characters, like, Joy and Sadness, they're rare for Disneyland Paris, as in you really don't see them often at Disneyland Paris. So even like Joy and Sadness was really cool, and I'm so glad I finally did get to meet them, even though I had to wait about an hour and a bit, because it was just cool to meet them in Disneyland Paris. I love Joy and Sadness. If you didn't know, I actually have a tattoo of Joy and Sadness. I've got 2 different tattoos on both of my legs. I'll try and insert a photo here of when I met Joy in Walt Disney World a few years ago. Or it might have actually been last year. Lord have mercy, it feels like ages ago, but it was like in February of 2020, just before all this pandemic stuff started, and I showed her my tattoos, and it was really cool. But I love Joy and Sadness is basically the point I'm trying to make, so it was really nice to see them in my home park, in the park that I love so much, in Disneyland Paris. I enjoyed that. It was cool to meet Russell, and I felt so bad for him, and this is what I'm saying about, if they just try to organise this whole situation a little bit better, we wouldn't have had to face these awkward moments, like that part where you would have seen in the vlog when a lot of people were just waiting for Joy and Sadness, and they were refusing to meet Russell because they wanted to wait in the queue for Sadness and Joy and Sadness to come back. And Russell was just kind of there, and nobody wanted to meet him. Why make that moment even happen? Like Disneyland Paris, Disney, whoever's in charge of Disneyland Paris, they are in control of this. They can help avoid situations like this. Russell did not deserve that. I felt bad for that cast member, and the whole situation was just awkward. It really was. And like I said, it's not that people didn't want to meet Russell. A lot of people probably already had, because there wasn't a schedule. People didn't know who they were going to meet. So like, I met Bo Peep like 3 times today, and there were characters that I would have liked to have met, but because I didn't know the timing, and like I didn't know what time to go for, it's just, why? Disneyland Paris, why? Just please
bit more organization, just a little bit. You can do that. I know you can. And like a lot of cast members, bless them, didn't know like who was going to come out either. Especially with the Monsters Inc. area with like Sully and stuff. I felt bad for the cast members working there. So these can be improved for sure. What else? It was lovely to see Mickey and Pluto when I first entered the park up there in their glamorous outfits. The blue carpet with the Disney Plus logo was cool. Obviously I didn't get to try the dessert in Enquiries, but I don't like strawberry anyway, so now that I know it was a strawberry themed dessert, I'm more than okay with not having tried it. And I think that's basically it. Oh, the fireworks show. Okay, we need to just very quickly talk about this because I feel like I was just so just like in such a weird mood after watching them. I say watching them because it was so short that I don't think I expressed myself very well. The fireworks show was beautiful. It wasn't even like necessarily a fireworks show. There were a couple of fireworks, but it was mainly a projection show, and it was beautiful. It really was. I loved seeing Tower of Terror lit up like that again. The colors were cool. It was very nice, but it was just so short. Like honestly, the whole thing probably lasted about 2 minutes, and I think the disappointment came from, you know, the promise that we were given. Like the way Disney advertised this was very different to what we got. Does that make sense? I mean, thankfully this was a free event, you know, nobody had to pay extra for this. It was just a Disney Plus Day celebration at the parks. And if anything, they gave us some free stuff by offering free photos today, which was nice of them. But like the fireworks show was was advertised as this like grand finale on Tower of Terror. And so I think most people expected at least maybe 10-15 minutes of a show. 10 minutes, come on, at least 10 minutes. And at least have it finish like on a high. Like nobody realized when it finished because it just finished and it was so short. And there was this awkward moment again where people were just like looking at each other like, do we need to clap? Is there going to be more? I think most people, like honestly, I think 99% of the people there, you know, thought there was going to be more because who waits for a fireworks show or like a projection show that is only like, I don't know, 2 minutes long? Like it was great. What we did see was great, but it was just so minuscule. I don't know. Like things like that make me feel a bit embarrassed because Disneyland Paris can do better. And I feel like, you know, maybe they shouldn't have even advertised this. Maybe if it was just an extra thing that happened, people wouldn't feel disappointed. But like there were families. I saw families waiting with kids on their shoulders in the cold. Some people had waited there for like half an hour or so, and to only see that, you know, and it's disappointing. Of course it is, because maybe if people knew that was going to be that short, they could have made the decision to not stay for it. Do you know what I mean? And like I think especially with families with young children, it's not easy to stay, you know, out that late for something that is going to be so short. Like I said, beautiful but short and underwhelming because of how short it was. I'm still very confused by it. Lord have mercy. Okay, I'm going to end this vlog. It's been a long one. I hope you enjoyed it anyway. I had a good day still. This was my first day in the parks on this trip. I normally tend to go to Disneyland Park first, but because I really wanted to experience this Disney Plus day, I thought I'd go to Disney Studios, and it was good. I loved meeting the characters that I did. Even meeting Russell was fun. Had a nice hot chocolate, you know. It was a nice day, you know. Not my favourite day that I've had in Disneyland Paris by any means, but it was a cool day. And I hope that Disneyland Paris can improve in the future. Thank you so much for watching. I am gonna go. Bye-bye.